Welcome everyone! In this video, we are in the Great League, showcasing some more fun battles featuring Venusaur. Venusaur, always a staple in the Great League. Although it has dropped in usage, I've noticed over the past couple of seasons. So I wanted to showcase some battles with Venusaur and to show you guys my favorite way to play with Venusaur in the Great League. And that is undoubtedly as a closer. I think Venusaur functions beautifully as a closer, especially if you can give it a shield advantage. Venusaur can sweep an endgame like you wouldn't believe, guys, of course, because it has the community day move of Frenzy Plant. And also on this team, completing the double grass ABB team is good old Trevenant on the safe swap. Trevenant is here to draw out any of those potential flyers that might be lurking in the back on your opponent's team, because if you can draw out the flyer, maybe do some damage to it, good old Bastiodon can clean up that flyer with no problem. And aside from needing a really good reason to finally build my XL Basti, it's here to, of course, take care of the flyers, protect our two grass types from the flying types, and of course the fire types as well. Bastiodon as an XL is quite insane, guys. But without further ado, before we hop into the featured set, we are going to be starting things off with some bonus battles that I thought were tons of fun. And here we go. Picking up a neutral lead and a Azumarill. Going to go into Trevenant here. And they meet us with a Sableye, Shadow Sableye. That's a little spicy, I must say, guys, as Shadow Sableye is quite squishy, and that Seed Bomb does a lot of damage. So now what we can safely do is shield once and farm down. This Sableye is taking 20% more damage from our Shadow Claws with Stab. Gonna shield this up for sure and flip switch with Trevenant, guys. That's the beauty of Trevenant on the safe swap. Those of you who watch this channel regularly know how big of a fan of Trevenant on the safe swap I am. And here we go. They bring in a Lowland Marowak, expecting the Azumarill. We go for the Seed Bomb, and we grab the shield anyways. That is quite all right. We are now even on shields, and Trevenant flip switch for us, which allows us to properly align our Pokemon, guys. Here we go. It's Bastiodon time. They come back in with the Azumarill, and it's Venusaur time now. Venusaur does very well up against Azumarill. Of course, guys, we can absolutely tank an Ice Beam from full health. No problem, guys. And we're just going to build up to back-to-back Frenzy Plants just in case they want to shield. We absolutely outpace this Azu to these Ice Beams. And generally, they will let it go because they know that it's a very losing matchup. And they do let it go, so what we're just going to do here is just chip this Alolan Marowak. Because the more chip damage we can get, the easier it will be to farm down this AWAC here, guys. Because we do not intend to throw any move on this AWAC. We are just farming it down with Smackdown, guys. And they can go for all the bone clubs they want, guys. XL Bastiodon does not care about double super effective damage. That is how insane XL Basti is. And I'm so glad I was finally got around to building it. It is quite insane to see, guys, as we farm down the AWAC. XL Basti coming in clutch, closing the game strong. That's going to be yet another good game. Well played. Basti double grass in the Great League, always a fun time, guys. And speaking of Basti, we've got an opposing Bastiodon on the lead here. So we go actually safe swap into Venusaur because Bastiodon often comes paired with Sableye and Medicham, and Venusaur can actually beat all three of those on paper in individual matchups. But they're staying in here, so that sort of clues us in that they might be weak to a grass type in the back. And we know that we can shield one of these flamethrowers and easily get to two more of our Frenzy Plants here. And a lot of Bastiodon players are a little gun shy on shielding their Bastiodon. Maybe get a little overconfident at times because they let that second one go through and that absolutely KO'd. But no, they've got another grass type of their own in the form of Shadow Victory Bell. So this is okay. We will grab a shield with the Frenzy Plant. That is amazing. They probably thought that was a Sludge Bomb. We're just going to go straight Frenzy Plant. We just want to really put the pressure on the Shadow Vic, as it is one of the squishiest Pokemon in this meta, and we grab both of those shields. That is amazing, guys. So we're just going to come in with Bastiodon because we're fully expecting another Razor Leafer in the back here. So going to tank this and preserve a shield for our Trevenant here. It doesn't do a whole lot. We can tank that, no problem. We're going to go for the full farm down, but they make an aggressive play in the Jellicent, and oh my goodness. It is Trevenant time if I've ever seen it, guys, especially because this Jellicent is running Bubble. This is amazing. They do Bubble Beam us, but that is okay. We're just going to overload a little bit and send the Jellicent packing with a Shadow Ball, even with the debuff. Not a big deal because Trevenant does not care about debuffs as we say bye-bye to the Jellicent. They do come back in with that Shadow Vic when we have been debuffed. So this Seed Bomb will not quite KO, but it will give us one Shadow Claw's worth of farm. But yeah, we don't even need the farm because one Shadow Claw takes it out, guys. Holy smokes, Trevenant coming in clutch and closing the game strong. That's going to be yet another good game. Well played. Had a blast with this team in the Great League, guys. Always so much fun when you can run Trevenant and Venusaur. It's a fun time, guys. And here we go, picking up a Mew on the lead. Now, most Mews are running the conventional moveset of Surf Wild Charge. So this is a bit of a tricky lead. What we really want to do is chip away at this Mew because we fully expect to safe swap into our Trevenant. So we're going to go for the Stone Edge and either do damage or grab a shield. We grab the shield, so it's Trevenant time, guys. And here we go. This is why Trevenant is on this team, to draw out those sneaky flyers lurking in the back, guys. Oh, man, this is okay. We're going for this Shadow Ball, and if they shield, that is amazing. But if they didn't shield, still would have done a lot of damage. Trevenant grabbed us a 2 shield advantage, guys. That's the beauty of Trevenant on the safe swap. Not going to shield this. Going to look to come back in with our Bastiodon here and farm up on this Skarmory here. This Skarmory can do nothing to Bastiodon, of course. Everything is double resisted coming from Skarmory. Not a problem at all. They can go for these sky attacks. That is okay. But what they're doing, guys, is they're stalling. They are stalling the clock. So whenever you see Mew on the lead and then they swap in a Skarmory, there's a good chance that there's a Scrafty in the back. And there it is, right on cue. This is, I believe, the Asian Milkman team for the Great League. If you're unfamiliar with the Asian Milkman, he's a very talented Twitch streamer and a very talented battler as well, I must say. So there's the Scrafty. They were stalling to bring that Scrafty in, so that's okay. Going to shield up this foul play and look to farm the Scrafty all the way down. We do still have a 1 shield advantage and fully expecting that Skarmory to come back in, and that is okay, guys, because you are going to see the power of Venusaur up against a low health Skarmory. Obviously, Skarmory often dominates Venusaur, but Basti put in the work on it, guys, so we can easily take it out with a couple of double resisted Frenzy Plants, and we are still up a shield, guys, so that Mew, we know, does still have some energy, so what we're going to look to do is trigger the CMP tie here. We're going to shield up this potential Surf here, and we did trigger that CMP tie. So this Stone Edge is going through on the Mew here. I wasn't quite sure if it would fully KO, and it doesn't, but I'm thinking a couple of Smackdowns will do the trick, guys. But they get to a Surf anyways, so we were fine either way. But Bastiodon lives the Surf. XL Basti is insane. We would have been fine even if that did KO it because the Venusaur was still pretty healthy. But Bastiodon surviving that is insane. That's going to be a good game. Well played. How about Basti living that Surf? What the heck? That seems just wrong on so many levels, guys. But we press on nonetheless. Here we go. Another Azumarill. That's a neutral lead. We go into Trevenant and we draw out a Skarmory this time. This team is working to perfection. This is exactly why Trevenant is here. And you just go for the Shadow Ball on these flyers and it does loads of damage, guys. That's amazing. Trevenant is here to draw out the flyers. It is doing its job to perfection here. Not going to shield this. Going to look to come back in with our Basti and lace up those farming boots, guys. We are farming down to Funky Town on this Altaria here. And, Azumarill on the lead. If they swap in an Altaria, they could often have something like a Sableye in the back. That's a pretty popular team comp. And if that is the case, we're looking pretty darn good here with our Venusaur. Just going to look to chip the Azumarill here and wait for them to throw because they do have some residual energy. And it does look like they are building up to the potential Hydro Pump. But we know that XL Basti definitely tanks a Hydro Pump, which is insane to even fathom. But they go Ice Beam. They bait us with an Ice Beam. So we're going to put the pressure on this Azumarill and go for another Stone Edge. And then look to make a play into Venusaur. And they no-shield that. That is amazing. This is farm down range, guys. And there it is, right on cue. Sableye in the back. Venusaur does beat Sableye in even shield scenarios, guys. Shields are still up on both ends. Going for Frenzy Plant number 1. They absolutely have to shield the Frenzy Plants. And Venusaur will generally win CMP tie against Sableye, provided that it is an XL Sableye. But we're not willing to test this out to see if it is an XL or not. We're just going to throw... because we do have the energy lead on this Sableye, so no need to play to the CMP here. On the off chance that it's not a fully XL'd Sableye, because the level 41.5 Sableye does generally win CMP tie. So gonna just get rid of the little goblin here with a Frenzy Plant, and that Azumarill is just about done, as well as we say bye-bye to Sableye, and they do top left, as it was just about lights out for them. We were gonna farm down, and our Bastiodon was still pretty healthy. So that's going to be yet another good game well played. I felt it my duty to remind everyone about the power of Venusaur in the Great League, guys. I had a blast with it. And here we go. Awful lead, just about the worst lead you could possibly see. In Stunfisk, we go into Trevenant, and they're staying in here. So, very interesting. I was expecting the Azumarill Trevenant backline behind Stunfisk. So they might not want to swap out just yet. So we're fine. We want to take out the Stunfisk. We do tank a Rock Slide as we did there. But from here on out, we will play out the 2 shield because they shielded that Shadow Ball. They definitely could have tanked that. But yeah, they're fighting hard for Switch, guys, and we are not letting that happen. So what we're going to do is just play out this scenario here. We are now in the 1 shield scenario, so going to bait with a Seed Bomb. Something in the back does not want to see a Trevenant, and we grab that shield. That is amazing. So we will easily outpace the Stunfisk to a Shadow Ball here. We're going to shield up this Rock Slide. We got to take out this Stunfisk. We cannot risk it finding its way to our Bastiodon, and we throw on 4 of their Mud Shots just in case they were looking to catch. And we say bye-bye to Stunfisk. And we have an Azumarill. That's the power of Trevenant on the safe swap. It can either grab a shield advantage for you or just flip switch completely, guys. And going for a Seed Bomb. This is just icing on the cake up against the Azu here. We can now align our Venusaur to this Azumarill. And Trevenant has put in the work, guys. Took out the Stunfisk, got the Azu down to half health. That is insane. So here we go. Venusaur time, and they are staying in yet again. What the heck do they have in the back? Oh my goodness, they must be super weak to grass in the back, but we're about to find out because we take out that Azu, and oh, they had a DD. Yeah, that was just about over, guys. They had to throw the Psycho Boost to get rid of us and debuff themselves. So rather than go through all that pain, they just top left. I don't blame them. That's going to be a good game. Well played. I think Trevenant really stole the show in that last one. But here we go. Speaking of Trevenant, we've got a Trevenant on the lead. So we can actually stay here. But they swap into a Wall Rain. That is not an answer to Bastiodon, guys. We are just going to keep on the pressure here on this Wall Rain. We're not swapping out at all, guys. If you're going to see a Wall Rain, this is exactly where you want to see it. And they do shield. So that means they're trying to get off a big Earthquake. And we can tank it, but this Wall Rain is far too healthy to take that much damage. So we do shield that. And going to keep going on with these smackdowns here. It is getting in the red, so this is okay. We can now let this Earthquake go through. And XL Bastiodon tanks that, no problem, guys. And I think we can actually farm this thing down. XL Basti OP, guys, taking out the Wall Rain in the 1-to-1 shield. And they bring in a Surfetch, so we're going to go for this Flamethrower. And they do tank that, probably thinking it was a Stone Edge. And we're going to come in with Venusaur here, as Surfetch can threaten with Night Slashes. But they look to catch our Frenzy Plant on the Trevenant. But this is okay, guys, because Trevenant is squishy, and even a resisted Frenzy Plant does a lot. So we are going to try our very best to farm this all the way down and come out with loaded energy. We know that this is just a Seed Bomb, and we do tank this. It does hurt, but we tank it. And we're going to try our very best to farm down, but they get to another seed bomb. And we know that that Surfetched has farmed well past a potential Night Slash. So I'm thinking it could be running Brave Bird. It's not out of the realm of possibility. We kind of have to call this. I was thinking in the moment we've got to call this, but they go for that Brave Bird and they wipe us off the face of the earth with that Brave Bird. Holy smokes. That was a tough call, guys. 50-50 call. It is what it is. That's going to be a good game. Well played. That one was rough, but hey, it happens. It happens to the best of us. Here we go. Sableye on the lead. Pretty neutral lead. We'll stay in here and chip away with these smackdowns on the Sableye. And they're electing to stay in as well. Not sure what they have in the back, but they're looking to stay in here for some reason. They could be weak to Basti in the back, so we really want to get this Sableye within farm down range for our Trevenant. We do intend to swap out at some point. We do grab a shield. That is amazing. We can definitely tank another foul play. Not a big deal. XL Basti tanks damage for days, guys, and we do tank that. Right about here, we could have swapped out, but we elected to make certain that the Sableye was in farm down range. So we will shield up this next foul play and then look to make a play into Trevenant here, guys. We're going for this farm down. I don't think they're going to make it to another move, and we played that beautifully, guys. Had to get it within farm down range because we didn't want to go completely down on shields, and now we see why they were fighting so hard for lead, guys. They had a Charm, a Alolan Ninetales in the back, and they take that Shadow Ball. That is amazing, guys. Gonna look to get to a Seed Bomb, and holy smokes, Trevenant is an animal in the Great League. Holy smokes, this will definitely KO, and they probably should let this go, and they do. That is amazing. Trevenant putting in the work, and they've got an Azu in the back. Oh, it's lights out, guys. This is lights out for our opponent. As they see the writing on the wall, that Azu did not stand a chance against our Venusaur. Oh man, good game, well played to our opponent, and that is the team, my friends. So, very solid Venusaur team. I know a lot of you have Venusaur for the Great League, and, maybe you were looking for a solid team for it. I think this is one of the more solid teams that you can run Venusaur on. Basti, behind Basti. Bastiodon and Venusaur make up a very solid core. You'll often see Venusaur on the lead with Bastiodon and Stunfisk in the back. So that's another variation you could try. But this is my favorite version, guys. Basti on the leads, Trevenant on the safe swap, and Venusaur in the back to close the game strong. Basti on the lead, very powerful, as we all know. I did need a good reason to finally get around to building my XL Basti, so I thought, why not? I wanted to showcase Venusaur and show you guys my favorite way to play with Venusaur, and I truly believe that is as a closer, because if you can get a shield advantage with Trevenant or Bastiodon, Venusaur will sweep in games like you wouldn't believe and absolutely lay waste to the entirety of the Great League, provided it's not a flyer, of course. So yeah, and as we saw, Trevenant in many of those battles was able to either grab shields or just flip switch completely. That's how clutch Trevenant can be on the safe swap. Big fan of Trev on the safe swap. So yeah, guys, very solid team. Basti double grass. Not to be confused with the Bastiodon double razor lever, that infamous team. Never to be confused with that. But Basti double grass, very solid team. Guys, I had a blast. I hope you all enjoyed. As always, I thank you for watching and keep up the grind. Thank you, guys.